high-tech.
Time to do this. I'm honored. Let's begin.
Steer clear. Just like that. Light.
Yeah. Yay. Of course.
Assemble. Escape. So easy.
Science.
Pose.
Indeed. Activated. Yeah. Accelerating. Yeah.
Demolish.
Yeah.
Wah wah.
Science. Observe. Reaction.
Go time.
Transport.
Yeah. I'm honored.
Flip.
Perfection.
Find a signal.
Of course.
Attract.
Flawless. Activated. Accelerating.
Clear screen.
Approval.
Dodge. That's it.
Science.
Clear a path.
Yeah, bring it. Yeah.
Grab. Assemble.
Good. Gladness. Time to clean up. Yay. I'm honored. Most amusing.
Escape. For science. Cover up. Yes.
Pitch perfect. I'm honored. Quickly now.
Clear a path.
Perfection. Go time.
Watch out.
In tune.
Hi. Wind up.
Womp womp.
Steady now.
Grab. Assemble.
Aha! Thank Gallium. Inches await. Activated. Challenge detected. Yeah.
Escape.
Good. High five. I'm honored.
Pose.
Flawless.
Me. Steer clear. Just like that. Assemble.
Yeah. Science.
Light 3.
Indeed.
Hi. What? Oh, increase velocity. Transport. That's it.
Activated.
Flip.
I'm honored.
Observe. Reaction.
Precisely.
For science. Guide.
Womp womp.
Find a signal.
Pitch perfect. Science.
Exit. Increase velocity. Watch out.
Of course.
Clear screen.
I see.
Hi. Dodge. Yeah.
Bring it. Yeah. You.
Grab.
I'm honored. Oh, quickly now.
Cover up. Make a match.
Womp womp.
Assemble.
High five. Of course.
Escape.
Indeed.
Steer clear.
Womp womp.
The faster the better. Find a signal. Positive results.
Activated.
Exit.
Sing it.
Transport.
Womp womp.
Science.
Alive.
I see.
For science. Observe. Reaction. Knew it.
Go time. Yeah.
Attract all.
In tune. I'm honored. Faster, chop chop.
Clear the way. Dodge. Still here.
Of course.
Clear screen.
Activated. Fear not. Yeah, you.
Grab. Assemble.
Gladness. Time to clean up. Yay.
For science. Increase velocity. Look. Come on. Oh, yes.
For science.
Make a match.
Womp womp.
Assemble.
Approval.
Cover up.
Womp womp.
Back to square one. Look at that.
64. Ha ha.